There's my dog, Alita. But there are some absolute scenes happening at the moment over in LA. If you haven't already been across what's been taking place in LA, it is uh, wild. Very, very wild scenes. Cars being burned, loads of people doing fire bombs, you name it. And dozens of people have been arrested at the moment because of ICE has gone in to try and get rid of the criminals that shouldn't actually be in the US. And riots and protests took place as a result of ICE going in and deporting or arresting loads of these people to try and deport them. And because you've got loads of these Mexicans that reside in LA at the moment, they're not happy because ICE decided to arrest and deport one very prominent member of the community. And if you do that, oh dear, all hell is going to break loose. Now, as a result of these, riots in LA, it's about 3 days worth. And the mainstream media has been going, or the Democrats, I should say, have been going, they're mostly peaceful. Yeah. So me seeing cars set alight and projectiles being thrown into the police cars as well as police officers, that signifies as mostly peaceful, does it? Gee, I want to know what actually peaceful protests would look like, right, for them. Because I think they've got it completely twisted, if you ask me. Mostly peaceful, okay? So it's not all peaceful, but it's mostly peaceful. That includes burning cars and launching projectiles at officers, hurting and injuring them in the process. But good thing is Trump has decided to release the National Guard. And loads of Democrats, including the governor, Gavin Newsom, according to Trump, who is an absolute dingbat, and Trump has said that he's more than likely going to be arresting Gavin Newsom because Gavin actually wants to be arrested. There's a video of him saying, "Come get me. I don't care. Come get me. I'm standing for my citizens." And Newsom has been going absolutely crazy on X. All you need to do is check out some of his posts over on X. I'm just going, wow, I don't think you completely understand what you are doing, mate. He is also suing Trump for releasing the National Guard because, Gavin Newsom didn't take care of the situation. He's not really handling the situation at all. There is complete and total unrest in LA. Now, at the moment, today is, I believe, Monday for my people over in the US. Today is Tuesday for us. And honestly, some of the protests are somewhat peaceful, right? But there's still some instigators in the crowd. Our news team in Australia, our media has been saying the exact same thing. Oh, I'm seeing mostly peaceful crowds gathered here today. There's not much violence going on. And then the reporter interviewed a member of the community that has grown up there, and he's going, well, this is utterly insane. This is not right. What ICE is doing. You can't just come in here without due process. No, they arrest you and then they find out. Like, there's obviously going to be some good information and intel that they've received that someone isn't actually a legal in the country, so they go after you. Now, maybe there may be some issues, I guess, with finding out whether or not someone is actually undocumented or they are documented. But look, ICE has a responsibility because millions of people came across the border under Biden, and they've got a huge job on their hand to try and get rid of the vast majority of people that came across the border. A vast majority of them, came through Mexico. So, there's that side of things. Now, obviously, if you are in America, there was a Mexican guy that I saw over on X. He was saying, let me get this straight. So you are in America waving a Mexican flag, and yet you don't want to go back to the country you came from, but you want to stay in America, but yet you're not waving the American flag, you're waving the Mexican flag. So what is it that you want? Do you want to stay in America or go back to the country you're waving the flag of? It doesn't make any sense. And here is a photo for you. This should tell you everything you need to know about what is being taking place over in downtown LA. A guy standing on a burnt police car waving the Mexican flag. Elon Musk goes, "This is not okay." Of course, it's not okay. But we've been led to believe by the Democrats and by the mainstream media that setting cars alight and launching projectiles into police officers is somewhat peaceful. So here is what's been happening. Sunday, vehicles were set alight and police accused protesters of using incendiary devices against horse patrols. Meanwhile, officers in riot gear have used flashbang grenades and pepper spray to subdue crowds. The unrest temporarily brought the 101 freeway to a halt, and there were reports of looting. So it kind of reminds you of like 2020, those riots where a vast majority of LA was destroyed thanks to looters, people that were just completely like just trying to destroy whatever they could. And by the way, there's also a bunch of Islamists and Muslims in this crowd too that are going after, that's what I was saying, going after the police officers, using this as a perfect excuse to riot. There are those bad individuals that will infiltrate. There may be some peaceful protesters, 100%, but they get weighed down by the bad apples. And there's a vast majority of them. The downtown federal building has become a flashpoint after it emerged that ICE detainees are allegedly being held there. On Saturday, ICE accused over 1,000 rioters of surrounding and attacking the building. A Home Depot shop in Paramount, roughly 20 miles, 32 kilometers south of downtown LA, has become another key protest site. Tear gas and flashbangs were deployed against protesters who also gathered on Saturday, and armed National Guard troops guarded a nearby business park on Sunday. The LA Police Department said it made 29 arrests on Saturday. A further 27 were arrested on Sunday. Separately, about 60 people were arrested and 3 officers injured following unrest in San Francisco on Sunday, police said. So the National Guard, for those of you that are wondering, act as kind of like this hybrid entity that serves both state and federal interests. Typically, a state's forces is activated at the request of the governor, but Trump decided to step in because Gavin Newsom was doing absolutely nothing to resolve it. And the mayor, Karen Bass, was also saying Trump needs to get away, doesn't need to get involved. We don't need Trump. Leave Trump, get out of this. Like, honestly, both of them need to be arrested, first and foremost, and charged. They should lose their jobs because there shouldn't be this kind of rioting in any kind of state under your watch, especially if the rioting gets really bad, your officers get hurt, and yet you choose not to do much to actually fix the issue, to resolve it and get peace in that area. It's kind of insane to me that Gavin Newsom will go on these podcasts and act all tough, but really he's an actual weakling. He talks a big game, but when it comes down to actual like reality, he's weak as. Like what I've been seeing over on X, and I've got to fact check a lot of the stuff because some people have been using videos from 2020, and you got to check to see whether or not it's actually going on in LA right now, or if it's 2020 LA. And look, I'm not going to lie, a vast majority of the videos that I was seeing came from 2020, but there was also a lot of videos that came from right now. A 9 News reporter, Tomasi, I think her name is, she was shot by a LAPD police officer with a rubber bullet. Just pretty much he targeted her. It looked like the video, clear as day, showed that she was targeted by this cop. Basically, she was reporting, and then the cop turns his rifle and shoots her in the thigh. Like, why? A rubber bullet, 100%, still would have hurt a lot. Why? She wasn't doing anything wrong. That officer obviously needs to be reprimanded. because she wasn't doing anything. And I find that utterly sick and deplorable. I wonder if anything's going to happen to that officer. I really do. Not holding my breath. But anyway, look, with all this being said, I know there's a great deal of unrest. I hope and pray that the National Guard, Trump apparently is sending in the 700 something Army reserves. I think that was the last update that I heard to maintain order and maintain peace. Because I think Trump's seen what happened in 2020 when there wasn't order, when they wouldn't unleash the National Guard. Coincidentally, same time that Gavin Newsom was in charge as well. So not only 2020, LA fires, and then also now. The guy is an absolute joke. If you got poor leadership, not willing to actually maintain peace and order, you got to get rid of the dude. You got to get rid of him. It's time that Trump goes, enough's enough. You are a terrible governor. You're out of here. I don't know if Trump can do that, but seriously, I think that California, which is supposed to be an amazing state, is being ruined by one sick, twisted man. And also the mayor. Mayor Karen Bass is an absolute joke. People have suffered enough, not only for the LA fires, but now. Ridiculous. Anyway, that's enough from me, but you guys take care. Be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.